No, semantic.
Okay, school board, let's start it, please.
All right. Welcome to the East Hampton School Board meeting. Can I have a motion to open?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Much talent as possible. So it's incumbent on us.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States, America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. So we're hybrid today ourselves here, part Zoom, part in person. So to go with turn over to Adam. Rick's not here tonight, so Adam is running the show here.
Thank you, JP. I think we're going to do first news of schools. Ms. Cunith is in the house, so why don't we do the elementary first?
Okay, I'm actually delighted to share with everybody that we are officially at John Marshall from kindergarten through fifth grade, a one-to-one school. So we've been working very hard getting laptops for each individual student. And a huge thank you to Chuck Westergaard, to Luke, to Brian, and to Jeff Thompson, who have all worked so hard to get the machines for each individual student. And on top of that, in each classroom, there's a sanitizing box for the laptop. So in the beginning of the year, we were having our paraprofessionals hand clean laptops throughout the day because the parts were being shared among students. So now at the end of the day, the classroom set goes in the sanitizing unit. The machines are cleaned overnight. And so all of our students, kindergarten through fifth grade, are now, have a one-to-one. So,
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you. James, a little update on the high school.
Yeah, high school is doing great. We brought some more students back who will full virtual April 5th. The kids are getting acclimated. We'd still like to see some better attendance for our students, but overall, we're getting into the stretch run of the year and the weather's getting nice. So we understand where our students are at, but we still want them to make sure they're still focused on school. We're planning some of our, I keep the term stick the landing events, including graduation and senior banquet and all different sorts of things that normally end the year with. We're just trying to figure out what it looks like in the COVID world, but we're planning on pretty much doing every event that we've had in the past in some format. So we're just, the devil's always in the details when we're doing the planning.
Can I ask a question?
Can you just mention a little bit that we are working on something for the last year's graduating class, have some sort of day?
Yeah, just to dovetail what James say.
Get that.
Yes, the class of 2020, because they didn't miss out on anything, we've decided to have a little alumni event for them. I'm working with the two advisors, Ms. Gregg and Ms. McGuire, on a little thing here for them, so we could get them together. They never had their official yearbook signing. They never had their senior day. So we are currently in the planning stages of that, and hopefully that'll be coming out soon. We're looking to do that probably the weekend before graduation. We don't want to rain on the class of 24.
I have a question. James, how many on distance learning?
We have about 130 on distance learning.
And we would like people on distance learning to come back. It's better, we believe.
Yeah, it's definitely better. The students who are currently on distance learning, they have made a commitment kind of going forward. But if there is an issue, you can always give the principal email or a call and we can figure out what we can do. My biggest concern are the students who are supposed to be here. We want to make sure that you're coming here because that's super important.
And Karen, how about you? How many on distance learning?
We're about 44 right now on distance learning, and we had around 20, somewhere between 23 and 25 come back into the building for the third trimester.
Right.
It is.
Okay.
So middle
Charlie
school.
Junior?
Yes, middle school. So I've been waiting for this all year because I missed this time for the past decades, and now I'm going to take a lot of time to talk about middle school. So the middle school Monday, we welcomed back all of our students. There were a few still remaining on remote learning, around 30-ish. I must say it was the look in the kids' eyes, all the kids were double masked, the excitement in the building, the staff was like just the energy to see all the kids back, to start getting involved in activities again, to be outside, to do things. I mean, it really was something to see, and it's just something we had taken for granted, or I've taken for granted for years, of just kids come to school, they sit in classes, they learn, they have a good time. but it really was something to see. And it's running very nicely. We too are planning all of our end of the year activities. We are, there are very, very specific, real large events that everybody in the public and the community knows that we are planning for, but we don't want to get everybody hopes up. There's a lot of, I met today with Greg Brown from the village. We want to make sure we do our things, that we are following all the guidelines, not only from the CDC, but the village. So, it's very exciting to do that. Hey, Joe, maybe you could give an update because there were, 40,000 events going on out there.
As Adam mentioned, we'll full blast right now with fall sports, traditional fall sports, which is the football, soccer, field hockey. It's going right now at the high school level. You couple that with the beginning of middle school sports on March 22nd. It's been great. Today was there were a lot of people out there participating in sports, and it was great to see. And the spirits of the kids have been lifted tremendously over the last couple of weeks. We did have one thing with boys varsity volleyball got shut down again for a COVID issue, but that's really been our only reoccurring problem we've had for the most part. The kids have been great, community is great. Wendy and Lorraine and Barbara, the support staff that we have here, the medical team we have been terrific. Listen, I'm just really excited that we're playing sports again, and you can see it in the kids' faces and how we're doing it. The season runs till the end of the week. We have 3 teams that are vying for playoffs: field hockey, girls volleyball, and boys soccer. Boys and girls cross country, I believe, clinched the league title today, and so that was great. And then we start spring sports. There's a very quick turnaround. We start spring sports April 26th, and they run to the second week in June, right up to the end. So there is no break. It's 7 days a week. And I'm thrilled that we're doing it. And thank you so much, everyone, for the support and the patience with me.
Good, nice. Okay. So we'll move on to the public comments for the agenda items only. Matt, do you have anybody in the line for an agenda item comment?
We have 0 callers at the moment, and I have tested the phone lines. They are open and clear.
Thank you very much. So with the consent agenda, can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
I make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll move on to the superintendent's report and recommendations. It seems like it's pretty thick here tonight. So, number 1, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Resolve the Board of Education of the East Hampton Union Free School District hereby accept the resignation of Karen Kunis from her position as assistant principal of the East Hampton High School, and be it further resolved that the Board of Education, in accordance with the provisions of Education Law 3012, hereby appoints Karen Kunis to the position of principal of the John Marshall Elementary School for a probationary period which will commence effectively upon the interim appointment and the position on October 20th, 2020, and to expire on October 19th, 2024 at the initial salary of $169,000 prorated in accordance with the East Hampton School Administrators Association contract. Can I have a motion?
I make it.
Second?
Second.
Discussion?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very exciting. Lots of good team and people that we familiar faces is fantastic. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 2, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that Nicole DeRosa Patton is, upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, appointed to a music teacher position as a leave replacement, which became effective December 16th, 2020, and is extended through the remainder of the 2020-21 school year at the annual salary based on $56,039. Have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
So this is for Melanie's middle school?
I think it's just extended,
Yep,
right?
extended.
Yeah. Started. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 3, recommend that the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that Paula Lazo be hereby is granted a leave absence for her current position as a paraprofessional for the period to commence April 7th, 2021 and expire on or about December 31st, 2021. And be it further resolved that Palazzo is upon the recommendation of superintendent of schools appointed to a teaching assistant position as a leave replacement commencing April 7th, 2021, and expires on or about December 31st, 2021 at the annual salary of $34,562. Can I have a motion?
I make it.
Second. Any discussion?
Well, now, he moves into this position as a lead replacement. When this is over, can he go back to his?
Yes, she can.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 4, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Be it hereby resolved that the Board of Education accept the letter of resignation for the purposes of retirement from Anita Finder from her position as office assistant effective at the close of business day on April 9th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second? Any discussion?
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Anita.
Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Let's see. 4, so what did I just do? Number 5. 5, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Be it hereby resolved that the Board of Education accept the letter of resignation for the purposes of retirement from Jennifer Fitzgerald for a position as paraprofessional effective at the close of business day on April 30th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Congratulations.
Thank you,
Are we
Jennifer.
able to fill his position this time of year?
And the Anita Finder position is been advertised, and we have a few candidates for that. She was an office, assistant, and the paraprofessional ones we have posted for it, and we're looking, still
Okay.
So make a note to the public, if you're looking for a position,
paraprofessional.
yes,
Mhm.
by a district office through the website, it's probably the best, right?
Yeah.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 7, recommend the board approve the following appointments for the 2020-21 school year, beginning with 2021 summer school program, Richard King, summer school principal at a stipend of $10,000, down to interscholastic coaches, ending with Ethan Mitchell, effective March 22nd, 2021. Can I have a motion?
I make it.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 7, recommend the board approve the amended resolution resolved that the board appoint the following persons for their services at the annual school budget vote and election to be held on Tuesday, May 18th, 2021. And it begins with Carrie Stevens, chairperson, and it ends at the bottom with Julia Mead, certified inspectors, and also additional election inspectors and personnel may be appointed as needed. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion is pretty standard. We're just getting.
Well, I have a question. though.
Sure.
We're not mailing out absentee ballots,
As of the moment.
but you can request an absentee ballot, right, Gary?
That's correct. Yes,
Is there a time limit to do that?
everybody can start applying after April 19th if they'd like. They can start
After April
filling-
19th, you can pick it up.
They can actually get it online. It comes, and it's on our website. And if they go to the Board of Education tab, and if they scroll down to voter registration information,
Right.
they can click on the application right online.
Okay.
Okay.
But last year, we wouldn't allow anybody to vote in person, but this year,
It's in
we
person.
welcome it.
Yes,
Back to
it's
normal.
Never know.
As far as we know.
to
Never know.
normal, whatever normal is.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no problem doing that? Having in person?
I don't think so. So far, so good.
Change the
Figure it out.
location.
I mean, I don't wanna be like Georgia.
It'll be.
We're good. I don't think we can. So, number 8.
Oh, wait a minute, I didn't
I'm
have
sorry.
that up.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? You confused me. Number 8. Recommend that the board approve the following resolution. Resolved that the board designate the 2020-21 school year, Tuesday, July 6, 2021, for the East Hampton Union Free School District Board of Education reorganizational and regular meeting. Can I have a motion?
I make it.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 9. Recommend that the board accept the second and final reading of the following new district policy for gender neutral restrooms, policy number 5629. Do I need a motion for that? I do, right, Karen?
Yes, you do.
Have a motion?
I make it.
Second?
So this is any single-use bathroom must be gender neutral, that's all.
Yes, we just changed signage, so we had to go through all of our single-use bathrooms and just change the signage. They're not delineated male, female anymore.
Okay. Is there a men's faculty room, a men's bathroom?
Not, no, only multi-use bathrooms are designated as male or female, but single-use where they're used to
What
be.
about faculty?
No, it's all
Gender neutral.
gender neutral.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 10, recommend the board accept the second and final reading of the following amended district policies. And it's orientating and training new board members, policy 2110, and committee of the board, policy 2210. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 11, recommend that the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that the board approve the municipal advisor service agreement between the East Hampton Union Free School District and Munistat Services Incorporated for the purpose of providing professional services for the tax anticipation note and for the secondary market disclosure in the amount of $7,600 for the 2021-22 school year in accordance with the terms and conditions set forth in said agreement. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Again, this is standard stuff for Keith. We got our tax anticipation note out there. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 12. Recommend the board approve the 2020-21 joint municipal cooperative bidding resolution, whereas various educational and municipal corporations located within the state of New York desire to bid jointly for general and needed services and standardized supply and equipment items. And I'm going to go all the way down to the end, which is where it then. And be it further resolved that the participant agreements face Eastern Suffolk BOCES an additional fee as determined annually by Eastern Suffolk BOCES to act as the lead agency in the program. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second.
Keith, anything you want to touch on? This is just so we can buy stuff at better rates.
Yeah.
Sort of like the bid process. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 13, recommend the board approve the following budget transfers as follows, beginning from the salaries and building transfer down to SRO for the village payrolls for salary. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? This is not additional, it's just moving from one line to another, so it's appropriate resting area, I guess you would say. Anybody have a comment or anything? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And you see on the bottom, we've got our calendar,
Yes.
which is the committee schedule. So April 15th is facilities at 9:15, academic at 1, policy is immediately following academic. The 28th is personnel and athletic committee at 2. So if you want to come, let us know. Old business. Do you have anything for old business? Any new business?
I was wondering, old business, we had an audit. We had an audit meeting, and was there anything to report back to this board about it?
I don't think there was.
First one meeting, no, that was something we discussed in our facility, audit committee, thank you. And as of right now, everything's good.
We're doing all right so far. There'll be more as we come. We're past the budget season as far as us is concerned, but there'll be a final presentation and discussion on the final highest budget. It's the first meeting in May. Is that what it is?
April 20th.
Okay, so the next meeting. So it's the next meeting.
Yes.
Okay. The only
So again, our budget is under the cap.
Yep.
And our vote will be for people to either approve that or not, but we are not going over the cap, right?
Nope, that's correct. Okay, good. The only thing we had for new business is board meetings going forward. I think that the consensus is that Adam and the administrative team, along with Rich, will decide some sort of a format for us going forward in person. Looks like we're gonna try to do maybe auditorium and space people out. We want to do it in person if possible. There will be a YouTube, through LTV, you will still be able to call in for a time. I mean, I guess we'll see how it goes, whether we get any activity from it, how long we keep it going. But we do want people to be able to participate in person if possible, and the board to meet in person if possible. So as long as we can do it safely, they're going to come up with a policy. We'll sit down, we'll announce it at our next meeting, which is in 2 weeks from today. And then we're going to plan on being in person as long as nothing changes at the first meeting in May. We're going to be doing in-person voting. So it's time. I think it's time that we try to do that, maybe even pass, but it's time to get to the next level. Start to more people are getting vaccinated. It's positive. News is good, for the time being. Today's good. Tomorrow, who knows? But here we are. So time to look at the next chapter, the next page. Does anybody want to comment from the board about it?
No.
Good. Good. Even better. I like that. Anything else under new business? We're good? Matt, do we have anybody for public comment for the,
Yeah, you know what? I tell you what, can you call me back in about 20 minutes? It's in the middle of the meeting right now.
Matt, do we have anybody for public comment?
We have 0 callers, JP. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have 0 callers. We've been through everything. I have a motion to adjourn.
I make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Aye. Lawrence, 22 minutes, just saying.
My hero, that's great. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Have a
Good night,
good
all.
night.
Stay safe.
Bye-bye. Thank you.